Hi there, welcome to another video with ARTO. Again, it's one of the people within ARTO and the experts that you guys are liaising with day in, day out. Today I'm joined by Megan Hayward. Megan is our client engagement partner, so we're really ensuring you guys get the best experience possible when working with ARTO. So welcome, Meg.
Hi, Elliot.
So yeah, Meg, obviously it's a new opportunity here at ARTO. So what is this client engagement partner? We're doing it now for about 2 companies. It's going really successfully and we want to expand that. So what's your role involved now?
So my role is really being the link between our delivery teams and our clients. So what that means is really listening to our clients' needs, getting to know what they want on a bit of a deeper level. So I'm more sort of focused on long-term relationships and providing value in multiple ways instead of sort of quick wins.
Amazing. So obviously you said the point about not just playing quick wins, offering more multiple solutions to our clients. So what kind of things are you doing that obviously typically like recruitment and finding talent? What else are you doing providing our customers your side?
So it really depends on what the customer needs. That's the most important point. So I'll have in-depth conversations with each client to understand what it is that will help them the most. So with a client that we've worked with recently, they wanted to understand the talent landscape in Ireland more because that's where their secondary hub is. So we created a white paper which showed the difficulties with finding and retaining talent in Ireland so that they can then take that information and use it. And yeah, it's great to be sort of involved in those strategic decisions with our clients. Another thing that I really love is going and actually meeting them in person and sort of almost becoming part of their team as well. So it's really just creating a bridge between us as recruiters and talent solutions specialists and the actual client and the actual company itself being more sort of embedded.
Historically, we hear the term sort of one point of contact, but in this instance, we're having potentially 2 points of contact where you've got the recruiter that's obviously engaging, sending profiles and working with maybe hiring managers. And then obviously you've got yourself that is partnering with them, obviously to really provide that partnership embedded, as you said. So then how do you think that'll work in terms of, what have you seen already where you've got the recruiter you're partnered with and then you're coming in and you're offering a more purposeful package rather than just talent? How have you found that?
I think as recruiters, we're so busy that it's hard to always find the time to really provide the most amount of value to every single one of our clients. So that is what my role is. It's not like I'm taking away clients from our recruiters. Like they make the initial contact, which is amazing, and they might place 1 or 2 roles. And often after that, things can kind of fizzle, which is what we've seen before. So my role will be to make sure that things don't fizzle and we continue being valuable. Even if they're not necessarily hiring, we can provide value in different ways, like I was explaining earlier with white papers or talent mapping, or even having discussions about future plans for hiring and being involved in those kind of more early on. So I think it's just continuing the relationship even when we're not necessarily needed just purely for recruitment purposes, but more like all-rounded partnership, I suppose.
Okay, and so then you're offering that. How would then you gauge success in your role? So in a simplistic form, sales, okay, we place the candidate, and the more we place, typically the better we look. But obviously with yourself, it's again really expediting ARTO partnership with these clients. So then how would you gauge success in your role?
I think the biggest thing for me is when you're involved in those strategic decisions, when their clients are coming to you and asking you for your advice on these decisions that they're making, whether it's to do with, like, for example, with the hiring in Ireland, like being involved in the decision and actually your insight being valued by the client. So that's definitely one part of it. And then also, I think success is being their recruitment partner. So when they think we need to hire, they think of us.
ARTO covered different areas, so obviously R&D, clinical development, medical affairs, obviously the CDMO space, and obviously where you've got experts in their particular niche vertical, and we're working with sort of some big companies. How have you found when you've come in now and this experience you've had, engaging with them and saying, look, we don't just do clinical development, by the way, we do other areas, and the success you've seen from educating them in that allows ARTO to provide a bigger service as a wider candidate? How have you found that?
Yeah, I think it's just about having good initial conversations with the client where we present to them all of the areas that we do cover and that we ensure that they're aware. Because often one recruiter will reach out to a company and place one role, and it might be in medical affairs, and that company don't then realize that actually we cover so many other areas. So that's another part of my role, would be then to come in and to actually present to them and to show them each of the areas we do cover, because that one recruiter that does medical affairs isn't necessarily going to sit down with them and say like, oh, we do CDMO and clinical development and all these other areas. So yeah, that's part of my role.
You do an amazing job. And then I think obviously we're constantly trying to, better never stops. So in your role now, what sets you apart as a client engagement partner?
I think I just really enjoy the role. Like, it wasn't something I necessarily intentionally went into, but it's something that I just fell into. It took me a while to realize what I really enjoyed, and I just realized that I love relationship building. I love going out, I love meeting people, and I really enjoy like putting together white papers and understanding the data and being able to help our clients in multiple different ways, and not just sticking to what traditionally is just like a recruiter, like here's a CV, job fill, that's it. Like, I like going beyond that and actually really understanding how we can provide the most amount of value to each of our clients, so that we can be a real partner and actually support them, and you know, in a weird roundabout way help millions of patients as well. So
Everyone's motivated by different things, hence why in this role we really see the value of you care about the reputation of the business, the service we're providing, the candidates you work with. One thing I'm intrigued about, obviously a fear for us as owners, obviously we can't be everywhere. Obviously, a big thing you've done is obviously scope out a lot of the companies that we have done 1 or 2 placements with over the last sort of 5 years. And obviously the big thing is testimonials and actually understanding their experience. What's the feedback been so far? How have these companies and clients and managers spoken about ARTO?
the feedback's really good, and that's like one of the best parts of my job, is hearing feedback on how we've done. It's like the final part, you know, we do everything, we work so hard to try and provide a great service, and when you get that feedback, it's like the best feeling, because it just shows that what we're setting out to do we've actually achieved. So yeah, it's been really good feedback. I think some of the things that we put kind of extra effort into and go that extra mile, like the white papers, but even like our interview preparation that we give to candidates, I think we just always try and be there and just go one step further with every single stage of the recruitment process, and I think that that's definitely valued by our candidates and our clients.
Again, I hope you enjoyed this episode, this video. Some useful insights in terms of what we're trying to offer via Megan and building those long-term partnerships. Please look and follow our LinkedIn profile, and have a lovely day. See you later.